Hello, my dear students, how are you? Welcome to the beautiful channel Padhai Ka Kavach. Students, today we are going to discuss about the animal tissues. In our recent lectures, we have discussed about the plant tissues, and in a very previous lecture, we have also discussed about the xylem and the phloem, which is known as the conducting tissue of the plant. So, student, today we are going to discuss about animal tissue. So let us start without wasting our time. Student, when we are breathing, we can actually feel the movement of our lungs or chest movement. Okay? So how these body parts will move? This is an interesting question. For this purpose, student, we have a specialized kind of cells which is known as the muscle cell. As we know, students, our all body is made up from the muscles, as well as the internal organs is also made up from the muscles. Okay, and this muscles is in general is called muscle cells. The contraction and the expansion of the cell will create the movement, like in the stomach. As you see, student, this figure will give you a brief information about the muscle cells. Some cells are having this kind of shape, and in between this kind of nucleus that you are observing is nothing but the muscle cells nucleus. A single muscle cell is shown here, which will consist the cell membrane, nucleus, and the cytoplasm. During the breathing, students will inhale the oxygen and exhaling the carbon dioxide. But can anyone know where does this oxygen go? Where this oxygen is utilized inside our body parts? Student, this oxygen is absorbed inside the lungs, and then it is transported to all the body cells through the blood. This entire mechanism we will study in standard 10 about the digestive system, in the respiratory system. But student, this oxygen is absorbed inside the lungs, and after that it is transported to all the body cells through the blood. So first oxygen is going inside the lungs, then after it is transported to the various body cells through the blood. Okay, so oxygen is reached to various body organs and cells via blood. But why would cells need oxygen? As we know, students, in the 5th chapter, the mitochondria require oxygen to produce a certain amount of energy for our various needs or to do various body function. The blood flows and carries various substances from one part of the body to the other. For example, it carries oxygen and food to all the cells. Means blood is a one type of food and blood provider. Blood is a food and oxygen provider to all the cells. Also, the blood is doing a very essential function to carry wastages from the cells and transport it to the liver and the kidney, and then after it will dispose into the urinary bladder, which is a waste storage of our body. Blood and muscles are both examples of tissues found in our body. So students, as you know, that blood consists of the red blood cells, white blood cells. Okay, red blood cells, when grouped together, it form the blood tissue, and when the two muscles are grouped together, it form the muscle tissue. On the basis of the functions that they perform, we can think of different types of animal tissues, such as epithelial tissue, the tissues which will form the alimentary canal. Means in our digestive system, the various organs are having this kind of tissues. कनेक्टिव टिश्यू, बोन टिश्यू मीन्स हमारी हड्डियों के जो टिश्यू होते हैं उसे कनेक्टिव टिश्यू कहा जाता है. मस्क्यूलर टिश्यू, द सरफेस ऑफ द स्टमक, lungs and various other muscles are having this kind of tissue. Neural cells or nervous tissue, this type of tissue are located on our body parts in the skin. Blood is a one type of connective tissue and muscle forms the muscular tissue. So let us try to understand first the epithelial tissue. It is the covering and the protective tissue in the animal body. This is called epithelial tissue. This tissue will cover most of the organs and cavities within the body. It also forms a barrier to keep different body systems separate. Means students, when you studied about the digestive system inside the animals, the various body organs are separated from each other, and that separation is because of this epithelial tissue. The skin, the lining of the mouth, the lining of the blood vessels, lung alveoli and kidney tubules are all made of epithelial tissue. So student, our blood vessel lining means the separating surface of the blood vessel, lining of our mouth, alveoli and the kidney tubules are made up of this epithelial tissue. These tissues are form a continuous sheet. They have only a small amount of cementing material between them and almost no intercellular spaces. So they are tightly jointed with each other. Obviously, anything entering or leaving the body must cross at least one layer of the epithelium. As a result, student, the permeability of the cells of various epithelia play an important role in regulating the exchange of materials between the body and the external environment, and also between the different parts of the body. Regardless of the type, all epithelium are usually separated from the underlying tissue by the extracellular fibrous basement membrane. Here student, the epithelial tissue is shown according to its type. According to the structure, the different types of epithelia are exist. For example, in cells lining blood vessels or lung alveoli, where transportation of substance occurs through a selectively permeable surface, there is a simple flat kind of epithelium. This is called the simple squamous epithelium. Squama means scale of skin. Means student, where the exchange of gas takes place, at that part the squamous tissue, which is thin in its size, are utilized for the exchange of various food substances as well as the oxygen. Majorly, as it is shown here, lung alveoli and the lining of bloods are made up of this squamous epithelium. As it is discussed here, it is extremely thin, flat and form a delicate lining. The esophagus, food pipe, which is lying inside our alimentary canal, and the lining of the mouth are also covered with squamous epithelium. The skin, which protects the body, is also made of squamous epithelium. Skin epithelial cells are arranged in many layers to prevent wear and tear, since they are arranged in a pattern of layers. The epithelium is called stratified squamous epithelium. When student, if many tissues are formed together, and it will form a separating surface, which is called stratified squamous epithelium. Where absorption and secretion occur as in the inner lining of the intestine, tall epithelial cell are present. This columnar meaning pillar like, columnar का मतलब होता है पिलर के जैसा. Epithelium facilitates movement across the epithelial barrier. Means student, At some places where the secretion takes place, at that part, columnar tissues are lie. Okay? In the respiratory tract, the columnar epithelium tissues also has cilia, which are hair-like projections on the outer surface of epithelial cells. The cilia can move and their movement pushes the mucus forward to clear it. This type of epithelium is thus ciliated columnar epithelium. मीन्स स्टूडेंट यहाँ से ऐसे प्रोजेक्शंस निकलते हैं कि जो म्यूकस हमारे शरीर के अंदर, जिसे हम कफ के नाम से जानते हैं, वो जो है उसे आगे धकेलने का काम किया जाता है. This hair-like projection on the other surfaces of the epithelial cell. So this projection are also lying on the epithelial cell. Cuboidal epithelium with cube-shaped shells forms the lining of kidney tubules and ducts of salivary glands, where it provides mechanical support. So student, दिस क्यूबोइडल टाइप ऑफ टिश्यू कि जिसमें क्यूब की तरह अरेंज होते हैं टिश्यूज, किडनी की लाइनिंग्स को बनाते हैं, सलाइवरी ग्लैंड्स के डक्ट्स को बनाते हैं कि जहां से वो मैकेनिकल सपोर्ट प्रोवाइड कर सके. एपिथेलियल सेल्स ऑफन एक्वायर एडिशनल स्पेशलाइजेशन एज ग्लैंड सेल्स which can secrete substances at the epithelial surface. Sometimes a portion of the epithelial tissue folds inward and a multicellular gland is formed. This is glandular epithelium. So student, these are the type of epithelial tissue. The major type is animal tissue, in which epithelial tissue is the first type, and inside the epithelial tissue there are certain different types like squamous, stratified, cuboidal, and last one is columnar. Okay. After this, let us look at the second type of animal tissue, connective tissue. Blood is a type of connective tissue. Why would it be called connective tissue? Because it is connecting the food and the oxygen to the other body organs. The cells of the connective tissue are loosely spaced and embedded in an intercellular matrix. तो 6.10 में यहाँ पे दिखाया गया है. चलिए देखते हैं. वाइट ब्लड सेल्स के अंदर जो अलग अलग सब्सटेंसेस होते हैं वो यहाँ पे दिखाया गया है. लिम्फोकाइट, मोनोकाइट, प्लेटलेट्स, इजोनोफिल, बेजोफिल, न्यूट्रोफिल, ये सारे WBC यानी कि वाइट ब्लड सेल्स के अंदर के छोटे छोटे टाइप हैं. So let us start student to understand the blood tissue, which is one type of connective tissue. Blood has a fluid matrix called plasma, in which red blood corpuscles यानी कि RBCs, white blood corpuscles यानी कि WBC, and the platelets are suspended. So student, inside the blood there is a single substance is present. There are 3 substances, and if precisely I say RBC, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets are suspended. Other than this, the plasma or the liquid substance inside the blood contains the proteins, salts, and hormones, which will regulate our growth and various other functions of the body parts. Blood flows and transport gases means inside the blood the oxygen dissolved, and this blood will supply to the many cells and it provide oxygen to the mitochondria. Digested food is also dissolved inside the blood, hormones and waste materials to different parts of the body. Students, blood is a transporting medium through which each and every substance inside our body is either accepting or absorbing or releasing inside the blood. Say, for example, the lungs are supplying oxygen rich air to the bloods. The blood carries this oxygenated air to the various cells, and inside the mitochondria of the cells, the mitochondria will absorb the oxygen from the blood, and mitochondria at the end of reaction will supply the carbon dioxide to the blood, and this blood carries that carbon dioxide again to the lungs through which we can exhale. Okay, so this is another type of connective tissue. यहाँ तक रखते हैं आज, जिसके अंदर हमने पढ़ा एपिथेलियल टिश्यू के टाइप्स. कनेक्टिव टिश्यू के अंदर हमने ब्लड टिश्यू के बारे में देखा. सेकंड कनेक्टिव टिश्यू इज द बोन टिश्यू. वी विल टेक इन्फॉर्मेशन इन द further lecture. Okay, and then after we will also study about the muscular tissue, and last one is nervous tissue. So thank you for joining this session, and students, if you like this lecture, then press hit like button, and if you more like this if you like more lectures like this, then please subscribe my channel Padhai Ka Kavach. Thank you.